Jesse Livermore, the one billionaire that took his own life. In 1929, his net worth was $1 billion, is equivalent today with $17 billion. America has historically had over 3,000 people being worth $1 billion or more during their lifetime. Only one of them has committed suicide, and that's Jesse Livermore. Key facts about Jesse Livermore. Number one, he probably was the greatest stock trader from 1900 to 1930. Number two, the book, Reminiscence of a Stock Trader book that every successful trader has read at least a dozen times, was based on Jesse Livermore. Number three, he started with nothing, became a billionaire, then lost everything again, and ended up taking his own life. Born in 1877 with no formal education, Livermore was a self-made man who learned from his experience. At the age of 15, he began trading for himself, and a career of spectacular ups and downs made him an infamous trader on Wall Street. Leaving home at the age of 14, his trading career began when he moved to Boston and found work posting stock quotes for a brokerage firm named Payne Weber. Over the next several years, he made thousands, a large sum in those days, betting against what are referred to as bucket shops, which customers could illegally bet against the house on the direction of a stock price. Livermore is said to have done so well he was banned from all the bucket shops in Boston, prompting him to move to New York at the age of 20, where his career really took off. In New York, he met his first wife, Nettie Jordan, and they were married within weeks. After a few months, Livermore had lost his accumulated wealth, some $10,000 trading from the ticker's numbers, which trades 30 to 40 minutes behind the real-time market numbers, and divorced from Nettie. He then moved to St. Louis and began to trade against bucket shops again before eventually was recognized and banned before moving back to New York once again, where a bull market in 1901 helped him earn $50,000, which he then lost all of it by trading cotton. By 1906, he was back up with a small fortune of around $100,000. However, a series of ups and downs in the market caused a bit of confidence issue, and he decided to go vacation in Palm Beach to relax. In what was during this trip, he found he had a huge urge to short Union Pacific, which seemed mad to anyone at the time. Shortly afterwards, an earthquake in San Francisco caused the stock price to tumble, and Livermore made $250,000. Next came the crash of 1907, and he went short on a hunch, allegedly earning over $1 million in a single day. It was at this point that John Pierpont Morgan, J.P. Morgan, personally stepped in and put millions into the banks to help prop up the economy, and at his behest, Livermore covered his positions and began buying. In doing so, encouraged many others to do the same, and the market began to recover. Livermore accumulated almost as cult status during this time, as many of his followers became very rich, as had Livermore, who went on a spending spree buying yachts, cars, and apartments. Eventually, the expensive lifestyle caught up with him, and he once again returned to the stock market. In 1908, he once again traded cotton, listening on the advice of a friend to take a long position, while at the same time the friend sold along with the rest of the growers, costing Livermore millions. For a year, he was once again bankrupt before making it all back once again in the market. Now aged 40, he once again remarried and became a father. Over these years, his reputation continued to grow with the public buying and selling based on his recommendations in the papers. Eventually, he established his own trading operation employing over 60 staff. During this time, Edwin Lefebvre contacting Livermore in order to write Reminiscence of a Stock Operator, which was published in 1923 based on a character named Laurie Livingston, which was a thinly disguised cover for Livermore. Along came October 29, 1929, or better known as Black Tuesday, when he spent days living in his office making trades as he felt something in the market was wrong. It made $100 million by taking short positions. In 1932, he split from his wife Dorothy before going on vacation, where he met his third wife at age 56. However, he was once again facing bankruptcy and emotionally worn out. He had now entered his 60s and attempting to regain his fortune once again. However, the creation of the SEC, Securities Exchange Commission, and loss of motivation stood in his way. In 1935, his eldest son, Jesse Livermore Jr., was shot, but not mortally wounded, by his ex-wife Dorothy, who was eventually cleared of the charges. These series of family tragedies added to an already stressful, and in 1940, he took his own life. Let's look at the obituary from 1940. Jesse Livermore ends life in hotel. Noted market plunger shoots himself here. Tired of fighting, note says. Jesse Lawrenson Livermore, one of America's most spectacular stock market operators, known for his more than a quarter of a century as the boy plunger of Wall Street, shot and killed himself early last night in the public cloakroom of the Sherry Netherland, 5th Avenue and 9th Street. The body of the 63-year-old veteran of the stock market wars of the 20s was found by a hotel attendant slumped in a chair near the door to the hotel's ground floor men's room. It was then 5:35 p.m. 10 minutes before that, Mr. Livermore had left the hotel bar and walked through the lobby to the cloakroom. At his feet was a .32 caliber Colt automatic revolver. He ended his life tragically, but what is Jesse Livermore's legacy? Every stock trader knows and are using his trading lessons and techniques. And if you meet a stock trader today, you most certain can quote the most famous Jesse Livermore quote: "There is nothing new in Wall Street." There can't be, because speculation is as old as the hills. Whatever happens in the stock market today has happened before and will happen again. That's all for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done it yet, check out the video about Nora, who was a school dropout at the age of 12, and she became a multi-millionaire by the age of 16. Thanks for